Hi everybody, how you doing today? So today I'm going to talk a little bit about Romania. If you've been keeping up with our newsletters and email updates, you know by now that we've accepted a job position with Wycliffe in Romania to be internship coordinators. What that really means is that we're going to be moving to Romania for an extended period of time to sort of mentor all of the new people coming into Wycliffe to work with sign languages. Today I want to answer the two questions that everybody's asking us. The first question is, when are you leaving? And the second question is, why Romania? So, when are we leaving? Really, we're not sure. That's primarily dependent on when we get our financial partnership together. We need both monthly commitments from individuals and churches, and we need one-time funds to buy things like plane tickets and set up an apartment. Our monthly needs are at 97%, which is really great. Our one-time needs, we have hardly anything really towards that, and we need about $9,500 before we can go. So when are we leaving? It's after we get those funds together. We need those funds to buy plane tickets, and you need to buy plane tickets a month before you actually leave. So really we'll leave when we get the funds together. We're kind of thinking June or July, but that's all dependent on other issues. So, okay, second thing everybody asks is, why Romania? Really, Romania is a nice country to live in for lots of reasons, and it's also convenient for the internship program that we're going to be coordinating. Here are some reasons that Romania is a good choice. First of all, it's centrally located. It's easy to get to Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and even Western Asia from Romania, and there's good infrastructure in terms of airport and travel. Romania also has good intra-country infrastructure, so things like internet, availability of drinking water, electricity, those kinds of things that make it more practical to run an internship program. Cost of living in Romania is much lower than other countries in the surrounding area because they're not on the euro, and the exchange rate is favorable to many countries where we would be sending interns from. Accessibility. Romania is very open with their policy as to who can come into the country. So, for example, if we have somebody with Wycliffe Russia that wants to do an internship in Romania, they won't have a problem getting a visa. Whereas, say, Germany or other Western European countries, that might be a problem. Along with that, it's easy to get short-term visas. For example, getting a volunteer visa in Romania for a year is not difficult. Whereas in other countries, it might be a longer or more complicated process. Additionally, Romania is a pretty stable country in terms of politics and other issues. So we don't really have to worry about having interns come into that country and dealing with major crises and things like that. One of the things interns will be doing during their time in Romania is learning both spoken Romanian and Romanian Sign Language. And one of the reasons for having the internship program in Romania is that there's lots of deaf people there, there's lots of deaf churches, and there's lots of places for interns to plug into the deaf community in Romania so they can do that language learning while they're there. Now, this is basically just to give them practice learning a language in a different country. So as you can see, there's a lot of reasons that Romania is an attractive place to host an internship program. Interns will be doing things like learning how to take mass transportation and learning how to get an apartment and pay their taxes and do their visas and things like that. And for most of the countries that we have interns coming from, Romania will be different enough from their home cultures that it's still a learning experience for them, but not so wildly different that they're overwhelmed with culture shock. So that's it for today. Just a little summary of why we're moving to Romania as opposed to somewhere else, and when we're getting out of here.